there Capricorn, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot and to your weekly intuitive reading for May 24th through to the 30th. Capricorn, hope you're doing really well. Let's take a look and see what just may be on the cards for you for the week. Getting started here with the Work Your Light Oracle. I'll then be going to the Moonchild Tarot for a lead tarot energy and then using the Rider-Waite and the Star Child Tarot Akashic for the tarot positions. Okay, Capricorn, let's check out what's on the oracles. First one out is Inner Temple, Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. You may have heard me say this message quite a few times in my reading, Capricorn, and other readers as well. Really, we have a bit of an epidemic of mind at the moment. So much thinking, so much scrolling, so much watching, so much analyzing, processing. But if we truly want to feel our inner wisdom, if we truly want to be able to feel into our emotions and feel our inner guidance, we need to come into the body, into the heart. And we do that by slowing down, out the senses, taking time out, spending time in nature. So it's saying just maybe this week it's time for you to slow down, come into the body, meditate and on the portal of your heart, because there could be some intuitive messages trying to come through for you. And I've got break the chain, Capricorn, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Is there a pattern from the past that you need to let go of? Now, it could be your own pattern, or it could be one that you've inherited from your family and down their family line. For example, the way you love, the way you operate in relationships, your attitude towards money, maybe a pattern of self-sabotage, people-pleasing. How have you maybe been influenced by these patterns, and how are they impacting your life now? Is there something you need to heal? And through doing that, through healing it, through bringing it out of the shadow, first of all, it's about shining the light on it, the awareness of what's in the shadow, these patterns that we run, that are having a hold and influence in our lives. We can begin to heal it. First of all, it's awareness, and then it's actually, moving through that, choosing something else, being very present and conscious of it. So there could be a chain that you are needing to break there, Capricorn. Let's go to the Moonchild Tarot. All right, straight out. We have got the Fool. Amazing. Well, nothing says fresh new starts like the Fool. It is an Aries energy, and it really is about taking a blind leap of faith, jumping into the new. And if you look at this card here, this is the most beautiful Fool card that I have seen from the Moonchild Tarot. This person here is being led by their instincts, represented by the wolf here. And of course, in order to be connected to our instincts and intuition, we need to be in the body and not in the mind. So it's about trusting the new path that is unfolding and beginning to take those first blind steps. Even though we don't really know where it's heading, where it's going to end up, we're just trusting in the journey. You could be entering into a new relationship, could be moving to a new home, a new location, starting a new job, or just being called to finally put a pattern from the past to rest so that you can really start life from a fresh slate here. Okay, Capricorn. And of course it takes real courage, strength and courage to really take those blind leaps of faith. Sometimes we like to have everything figured out. We like to have all the details. We like to have everything lined up before we leap into something, but we know that it doesn't always play out like that. And sometimes that is part of the karmic lesson. The magician in the recent past, beautiful. You're really in this mode of making things happen, Capricorn. Beginning to see that you have what you need to be the alchemist of your life. Current or focus energy, yeah, Ace of Swords. Moving into victory and power here. Again, aces are fresh new starts. They are new beginnings. They are the seeds. They are the number one that takes you through to the 10. Outcome or result energy, Page of Wands. Beautiful. Okay, we've got the Star. If some of you are looking for news, verdict news or something like that, it's potential that you might get that good news this week. Let's get the clarifiers. Clarifying the Magician, the Chariot, yes. That is Cancer energy, number 7 in the Major Arcana. Clarifying the Ace of Swords, the Universe. That's the world energy, guys, the last Major Arcana. Yeah, you're really closing a door here, and it's a huge victory for you to do so. Huge victory. 10 of Pentacles. Yep. And Justice. Wow, okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the Moon, Pisces energy. It's all here. A lot of Major Arcana. A lot. Okay, well, I'm gonna start here actually. Yeah, I mean, the Moon and Justice. It is really time for profound change in your life. Justice is that kind of energy of it is time, right? It's time for the big move. I am really embracing change here. I want to set the score right. I want to rebalance those karmic scales. It links to Libran energy. There's a lot about you really trying to step into your truth now, step into your power. Now, I feel that what a lot of you are getting justice over is some kind of pattern that you've been running in your life that has manifested in a certain way. For example, you might be realizing that, you know, the relationship that you're in is toxic, and it's like, oh my goodness, here we are in the same position that we were in the previous one and the one before that, and I've just woken up to the fact that even though this one, you know, looks a little different on the outside, essentially I'm running through the same pattern here, and I can't make this work. Could be the same in your job. Choosing a role or something like that you have set yourself up for failure. You know, it's really time to heal that pattern, and I feel that is what is actually happening here. It's coming through your conscious awareness. The Moon can be the realization of that. The Moon talks about the subconscious, and sometimes you know, things coming up from our shadow side that we can then bring that justice to. We can really begin to sever our tie from that and heal it. So that's what I'm really feeling, guys. And it really, it is going to lead to some kind of change for you, some kind of forward movement, but definitely liberation. So I've got the Magician and the Chariot here. This is about you making some kind of big move happen. The Chariot talks about leaving a sense of home, a comfort zone. So for some of you, you might be actually physically leaving behind a home situation, you know, a place as well, or what has become the comfort zone, that relationship, you know, that fits you like a well-worn glove, but that's because this pattern that we've been running, whether it's toxic or not, you know, it feels like home to us because that's what we have been brought up with. So the Chariot says, you know, your victory is claimed by moving forward, making a clear, aligned decision, not being in the two minds, otherwise our chariot veers all over the road. It's about making a clear decision to move on, to move forward in your life, and through that, you know, you really get the sense of victory and liberation and freedom. I'm feeling freedom here, especially when I look at this Chariot card. You've got everything within you now, Capricorn, to make it happen. You don't need to wait for a different time. You don't need to wait for, you know, when you feel stronger or, you know, whatever, the resources to come in. You have it all, the Magician says, and it's really time for you now to put the inspired action behind what your intuition is already telling you to do. So Ace of Swords and the World, yeah. I mean, the World is that last major arcana that says that a massive karmic cycle is coming to a completion in your life, Capricorn. You've kind of gone through the final judgment. You've had the wake-up call. You've kind of decided, I'm not going around for another loop here. I know I need to close it, but I feel like you've been sitting in the limbo of that decision of how to go about that for some time, and the cards are saying now it's time for you to actually take the action. You know, you've got the clarity that you need, and the action that you take, it's important for you to take steps that are going to move you towards your truth, what really feels in alignment for you. And that is how you will avoid, Capricorn, going into another situation where we're running that same pattern again. Some of you are going to need to really cut maybe a person out of your life, really putting boundaries in place in order to claim this victory. But the universe or the world, it's a very positive card, because it says you have actually achieved the karmic lesson that you needed to here, and that's why we don't need to go back around. Now the real lesson is knowing when to let go, when to release, and when to move on to the new. There's another sliding door opening for you. The full energy is saying, you know, there's a new path to be stepped onto here. So let's not go around in the old one another time, because we really don't need to do that. Now, for some of you, you might have been concerned about a legal situation. You know, that justice energy can be that, oh, I'm going to have to initiate a divorce here, or I'm going to have to get out that work contract, that mortgage agreement. I'm going to have to break some kind of contractual agreement here. That is possible for some of you, or that there could be a legal implication. I feel with the Page of Wands here, it's like things are playing in your favor and you're potentially going to get the good news you need. I think others of you maybe haven't been able to move forward until some kind of official business has been kind of sorted out here. And if so, I really feel that the Page of Wands is the indicator that you'll get the news that you are looking for this week. The Page of Wands is also about the new. It's about finding new growth for the journey ahead. Beginning to really think about what lights you up, what gives you energy, getting back on passion, back on purpose. It's kind of the, you know, getting back into that fire energy, Capricorn, in order to move towards your divine wish fulfillment, the star. I mean, there's going to be healing that's required here. Whenever we go through big change, even if it's what we want, and we're feeling really good about that, there's always something to release, right? Something to let go of, and that can make us feel melancholy. That can really have us, you know, grieving for it as well. Sometimes feeling guilty that we've had to change somebody else's life path in order to step onto a new one for our own. But we have to remember that universal dance is always, you know, is always right. It's always written. So you might be feeling vulnerable, and you might need to really do some emotional processing here, some grounding, some earthing, some working on your energy. But know, Capricorn, that you are, you know, beginning to shine bright, and you really are moving towards your divine wish fulfillment, which is the fulfillment of, you know, what you came here to do, And for some of you, that is, you know, building a really happy, solid, sturdy foundation for you, 10 of Pentacles. So this is kind of the foreshadowing of, you know, even if you're leaving a comfort zone where you sort of felt like you had all that sense of stability and you're worried about giving it up, rest assured you will get that again in the future. It might be in the next season, but this time round it will feel really good, because you won't be running from that past program. You're really rewriting the future and have the, you know, the possibility here to achieve a very high vibrational best life reality. But sometimes obviously we need to go through these kind of segues in order to get there. It's about knowing when to release. You know, that song The Gambler comes up. You've got to know when to hold them, and you've got to know when to fold them. And that is how, you know, we win at the karmic game of life. We'll leave it there, guys. We will leave it there with the words of Kenny Rogers. And I do wish you all the best with this reading, Capricorn, if this is your story. Do drop me a comment if you're called to share. I do read them all and try and interact with you all over there as well. Helps me get to know you guys, connect with your energy, and see what's happening in the collective. Has been a pleasure to read your cards, Capricorn. I will see you back here for another one next week. Bye for now.